Oh, hello everyone, welcome to Bayern now once again. This is the second video of today. I did say I was going live in 3 hours ago, so we're doing it again. So who is the best left back in the world? Let me hear Alphonso Davies. That's his name. That's his first and last name. I just want to talk about Davies today. As much as there's no football on, I can still brag about our players. I can still push agendas, okay? I can still do exactly that. For me, like I've said it time and time again, Alphonso Davies is our best left back, which means he's the best left back in the world. If he's the best left back for Bayern, he's the best in the world. Davies, man. Let's just talk about this guy's growth. You know, coming in last season, January, no, he came in, when did Davies join the squad? Well, last season, he didn't play much. He would get subbed on for 5 minutes every other week. Niko Kovac didn't really put that much faith and trust in the youngster. He was 18 years old, so it was okay. He couldn't join or transfer from the MLS because he was still just 17 when we went ahead and activated his buyout clause or release clause. Did we activate it or did we just negotiate a transfer fee? But Alphonso came in, and ever since then, a player that every time, remember that goal versus Mainz? I still remember it. Lewandowski hit it off, and it didn't go quite well. Actually, Davies just hit it in fantastically. I was jumping all over this room just because he's just North American. That's where I'm from, and he's just such a likable guy. I follow him on Instagram, TikTok. This guy is one of my favorite Bayern players, and for him to get the opportunity that he has gotten over the last year or few months is just absolutely warmed the hearts of every Bayern fan out there. I can tell each and every one of you loves when Davies does anything good. You know, and then Davies played left back, and I was always in that boat where I was like, no, he's a winger, right? I was always saying that. And up until a few months ago, he proved me that he's a left back. He's the best left back in the world. But he was always playing these 5 minutes. And there was a match where Davies was subbed on, played wing, left wing, and then he was moved to right wing, and then we took off Alaba, and then he went to left back. And I was like, what's going on here? What the hell is going on here? But one thing I've just noticed is that this guy has settled in quickly. He's quickly becoming one of the favorites in a Bayern squad. I think a lot of fans love him. You can tell that whenever he does anything, there's a huge uproar. They were chanting his name, the Bayern Ultras at Chelsea. The Ultras, man, of Bayern Munich chanting your name. You know you're on to something good, right? They don't do that to just anybody. I don't even think they've chanted Lewandowski's name. Well, I mean, every goal they chant his name, but they were legitimately chanting Fonzie, Fonzie, Fonzie. Just because, man, I think the Ultras love Davies because he embodies the Mia San Mia mentality. He plays with arrogance, works his butt off, and guess what? He always performs well, and they just love that. I think we all do. I think every single Bayern fan loves that. And I just want to go into why he's the best left back in Europe. First of all, I want to show everyone this. Bang! Alphonso Davies finally got his strengths and weaknesses slide. So here's Davies, 19 years old. Value right now is 50 million. Strengths, passing. He's an incredible passer of the ball, Davies. Passing isn't just about whipping it 50 yards. It's the simple passes. Can you make a little 5-yard pass? Can you make a 15-yard pass? Can you make it so the pass is controllable? Some players whip a pass and zoom it to you. Davies does not do that. Tackling, something weird and odd about his game. Would you believe that a former winger, is good at tackling? Alphonso is one of our best tacklers. In fact, statistically, he's making 3.5 tackles per game in the Champions League, making 2.3 tackles per game in the Bundesliga. That number has been going down considering Bayern have been more dominant. One thing I love about us is not only are we playing a style that suits Davies, we're playing a style that needs him. We need him. He's an outlet out of the back when we build up, and he's also an outlet in attack when we need a pass to just kind of break an opposition high line or even a deep block. And his technicality is great, especially on tackling. His runs back, recovery runs, oh my goodness. You can, like, look at, there's so many players with pace, left backs and full backs with pace nowadays. But you need to have the intelligence when you're running at 100 miles per hour. And Davies does. His tackles, has this guy ever gotten a yellow card? I'm actually looking here, and I don't remember the last time he received a yellow card. I don't. Actually, I need to go check that out first, because I don't think Davies has ever gotten a yellow card at Bayern. Transfer market. I don't think he has. I do not think Alphonso Davies has a single yellow card in his career at Bayern. I do not. There's no way to check, is there? Oh my goodness. Wow. Wait, if he actually doesn't have, okay, suspensions. He had a red card at Vancouver. You know, that's nothing important. It was a friendly game, so whatever he did must not have been that important. But this guy, how many yellow cards does Davies have? He has never received a yellow card at Bayern. I don't know when he's received a yellow card. What does that tell me? He's a very composed young kid who focuses on his game, focuses on what he needs to do, and does it well as well. And that's the most important thing. He does it well. Davies doesn't make any mistakes, right? People keep telling me how he makes mistakes because he's out of position. We play such a high line that when we're running back, it looks like everyone's out of position. Liverpool do it all the time. Do you see how many times Liverpool's defense have to rush back just for an offside to be called or for a great tackle to be made? We play a high line, which is why Davies is it looks like he's out of position, because we play a high line. His pace and recovery protect that left hand side for Bayern is sorted. Alaba, Davies physically strong as well. Let's go back to his strengths. We talked about tackling, dribbling. Jesus Christ, this guy. Have you seen the dribbling? Someone told me Davies isn't technical enough. What are you on about? His biggest strength is his dribbling. Come on. He dribbles so efficiently, and it's not like, you know when he's like pushing the ball past opponents, he always does it just to the point where the next player that's going to lunge in on him never gets the ball. He always pushes it just at the right speed. That's what I love about Alphonso. He's just so clinical in the way he dribbles. Clinical doesn't necessarily mean you score. It means you're just good at the fact, just, pushing the ball past players just enough, and then, putting a nutmeg in so smoothly as well. That's called technical elegance. He's just smooth with it. Like Thiago, for example. He doesn't have to do many tricks and moves to get past a player. Cristiano Ronaldo will sit there and move his legs 5 billion times and still not get past a player. Davies just oozes past you. He just uses the complete ability to ooze past players. Let's talk about more strengths. Through balls, holding the ball, crossing, and defensive contribution. We said it, right? Those are the Davies' strengths. Fantastic at each and everything he does. He's a great teammate. That's the thing. I haven't seen him look like he wants to. He does his job. Something just fell. Davies does his job, and that's what's the most important thing at Bayern. Do your job and then worry about another person's job after you've perfectly completed your job, right? Because we have such high-profile players at Bayern that you have to do your job. And Alphonso has proven that, okay, I can do my job whenever I'm asked. I can do it. That's what I love about this kid. He's willing and he tries things. That's crazy to me. He's 19 and he's trying things. That's ultra confidence right there. Alphonso Davies. Let's talk about just, oh my God, the composure of him is mad. It's insane. Making incredible tackles. His stats for assists, 6 assists this season from the left back position, which is crazy to me. Has anyone ever thought a left back would get 6 assists without? I mean, how many assists did Robertson have? Robertson should have like 6 as well, shouldn't he? In the league, Robertson has 7 assists in the Premier League and 1 goal. Davies has 2 goals, but then he has gotten a goal from being a sub. But 2 goals and 6 assists. Alphonso is just on top of the game in terms of that. I mean, incredible player. Jesus Christ, 2 in the Champions League as well. And it's not like his assist or just him, passing the ball to the last player that got the goal. he always zooms it, and there's so many goals where he should have gotten an assist, and there was an own goal. Davies should have like 10 assists by now. But fantastic player. And guess what? He's the third player before. There was a great goal Gnabry set up for Lewandowski. It was a fantastic work from Thiago and Alphonso Davies. Davies decided to take the onus on the game. He took the ball from Thiago, dribbled past one player, gave it back to Thiago, ran in behind, and Thiago put a pass a little bit ahead of him. He dived into the pass and got it to Gnabry in behind. Gnabry crossed it for Lewandowski, and it was a goal. That's what you call a fantastic world-class talent, where any moment in the game he can take it by the scruff of the neck and show up for his team, which is why he makes 3.3 dribbles per game, incredible numbers, and he makes 1.3 key passes per 90. What is a key pass? I've already explained this. A key pass is a pass, that's significant to the build-up of a goal. Usually it's the third pass. The assist is just, the assist. It's not a key pass. Assists aren't considered key passes. They're just considered assist, right? Because you don't need a new term to say assist. You just say key assist. But that's what Davies can do, man. That's what he can do. He just takes these little games by the scruff of the neck. That's what the best left back in the world has done. Robertson, everyone's saying Robertson, okay, well, Andrew Robertson, he's been doing it for 2 seasons. He's great, Robertson. Now look, there's no question about it. Robertson is a great left back. He's fantastic. Coming in from Hull City and going to Liverpool could not be an easy change for anybody. But the thing with Robertson is he's not on Davies' level in terms of technicality, speed, and also the tackling. Robertson isn't an onus type of player. If you put Robertson outside of Liverpool, he's a system player, right? He plays in the Liverpool system because he has certain tasks that only he can do in that system. If he comes to Bayern, where we don't have a certain task for you, you have to be just brilliant in your position, he won't be as good. Same thing with Trent Alexander-Arnold. Of course I respect Trent Alexander-Arnold. The thing is with Trent is that he's a system player. Without Klopp, he would be crap. Without Klopp, I think he'd just be one of those players that's really great at getting assists and getting, all these 5 billion assists and crossing and passing the ball, but he's not really a complete, like if you look at someone like Wan-Bissaka at Manchester United, he's actually just not a system player. He's a good right back. He's a good fullback. Same thing with Davies. He's just a great fullback. His athleticism, his pace, his dribbling, his tackling, his key passes, his crossing, everything about him is sick. Trent Alexander-Arnold has 2 strengths, crossing and passing. And that's how he gets, into the Liverpool team, because they only need him to cross and pass. If Trent played for Bayern, he'd be crap, because we don't play with using fullbacks for 5 billion crosses. We don't do that. We play through intricate play and then we pass to Lewandowski in the box. But that's what I'm saying. Davies is not a system player. As a footballer, he's better than Robertson. Miles off better than Robertson. Can you tell me that Robertson can get past 4 players in the middle of the park and there was a moment where 3 players were around Davies, right? And this guy he wiggled his way and then just turned and moved past 3 players. That's world class. That's world class. The mentality of this kid to be able to do that and have the confidence to do it is mad to me. Which is why Alphonso Davies is the best left back in the world. I want to know everyone's thoughts and opinions. Actually, we're all Bayern fans, so we're just all going to say Davies is the best left back in the world. And also, let's talk about his injuries, right? This kid has gotten 2 injuries in his career. Oh, actually, he's gotten 1 at Bayern Munich. Of course, it's always at Bayern. He'd never had an injury before that, but a twisted knee, out for 25 days in 2019, which isn't a significant injury. He twists his knee running. Okay, and you know what I love about this? He doesn't give up. He doesn't. I had an ankle problem, and I saw him play it through the entire match. I watched him play that game, having that ankle injury, giving it his all, which is insane to me. And his mentality is already set. He's gonna be the best left back if he continue. If we win the Champions League, man, I'm saying he'll be another Alaba coming into the team with loads of injuries and just winning a Champions League, winning a treble. He could do that, and people do say he looks like Alaba. He doesn't. They don't look anything alike. Alaba is Asian, and Davies is not Asian. Davies is actually African, which is great. Born, and he does it on the national team as well, Canada. if you thought about Canada, you wouldn't ever say it's a good national team, right? Canada is a crap national team. They've not won anything. Alright, and Davies is going in there and actually coming out with from a national team that's not the greatest, with which is fantastic ability, you know, and that's what I love about Davies. Coming from the MLS as well. Some people might say, "Oh, the MLS, you know what? You can't get a player from there. It's such a low level." Well, he's come in and he's actually improved everything that people thought was a deficiency. And each week, right? Someone told me Davies isn't that good in the air. He always gets beat. Next few weeks, I know Davies is just fantastic in the air. He's winning more aerial duels. And someone told me Davies isn't the best tackler. He's winning more tackles. And there was a save that Davies made, where Neuer made a great save. It came back to the players, and Davies made a great block. That would have been a for sure goal. And because he did that, we kept a clean sheet. That's what a good defender does. That's what a world-class player does. He has world-class moments when he needs to have world-class moments. And he's great in every other moment. That's fantastic. Kind of sounds like I'm literally cleaning Davies off. I might as well just be sucking him off at this point. But the person I want now is Jonathan David. I mean, if Davies is that good, surely we can get Jonathan David. Ooh, he would be fantastic for Bayern. Have any of you heard of Jonathan David? Well, apparently he's an attacking midfielder / striker, all the way from the Belgium league in Ghent. He plays for Ghent. Hopefully he's another Davies. Right? I was talking about Robertson. Robertson's 5'10", 140 pounds. He's just a small guy. He's also 26. So you have to wonder how he hasn't gotten higher. And it was his birthday when Atletico clapped Liverpool in the most fun game of my life. I'm not going to lie. It was incredible. So, yes, everyone. Thank you so much for watching this. I'm going to go ahead and go play FIFA. But thank you all. Mia san mia and peace. Why did I do that? Oh, when is PERISIC coming back? Let's check that. PERISIC. When the hell is PERISIC coming back? Okay. Oh, he's back already. Oh, thank goodness. I cannot stand Alphonso Davies. I mean, not Alphonso. KINGSLEY, COMAN. Oh man, imagine PERISIC wins the Champions League. Oh my goodness, that'd be crazy. That would be mad. Alaba is 27 as well. That's crazy. He can win 2 Champions League in his career. 70 million worth. What a man. My goodness. This guy is a true Mia san mia player. Oh my. Oh, I never ended this stream.